And welcome back, everybody, to the Sabres and the Puffins, part of this doubleheader here tonight on Minor League Esports, presented by 8 PM Music. And we're taking a gear shift up here, Lars, as we get into our final game of the weekend. We just saw a really competitive series between these two teams. It ended 3-2 in favor of the Puffins, but as you know, again, all of these matches this weekend and moving forward have so much playoff implications. What do we have on our hands here tonight?
Well, we've got, as you mentioned, the Puffins and the Sabres. We're moving up in the world from the Academy League to the Champ League here. The Puffins going into this one 37-18 versus the Sabres 32-23. This is number 1 and number 2 in the Arctic Division, split by 5 games. So if the Sabres can manage a 5-0 sweep here, it puts them tied for first with the Puffins in the Arctic Division. That's a really good spot to be for playoffs. But the Puffins really looking like a clinch for playoffs. They haven't mathematically clinched it yet, but if they can pick up 6 wins in the next 2 weeks, which they're absolutely capable of doing, then they are a lock for the playoffs. So I really feel like the Sabres kind of looking to play spoiler here. They're both in a great position to try to make a run towards playoffs, either as a division winner or as a wild card. But they're bringing their powerhouse team. Sabres bringing Lil Lettuce in 35th versus the Puffins, Psycho Legends, and $5 Vodka. It should be a very fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes down as well. And we're just going to go ahead and get straight into game number 1 between these two teams here. It is our last game of the evening, but still expected to be extremely close. Puffins, Sabres, as we get things underway. And it's going to begin with the Puffins in control. Great pass. Oh, the shot just wide, and almost a beautiful start for the Puffins. The Psycho Legends, again, was looking to get it over top. Little Lettuce with the return. Follow through, not quite there, 35th. Well, unable to get that touch on. Be out of the corner. Psycho backing off, wrapping back around. Misses the wrap around as well. It's another touch through. Little Lettuce downfield. Be up out of the corner, straight back down. No touch on that one as 35th sends it towards net. It makes $5. Get that glancing touch, and it'll finally be a clear down the right side from Psycho.
Something I'm noticing here earlier is these teams doing a very good job being coordinated. That little glancing touch to get that ball clear in that last attack. As this one rolls in front, before I even finish, $5 Vodka is going to pick up the easy goal. And kind of to my point, both teams doing a good job not double committing, understanding who's going for. We're there. $5 Vodka, Psycho Legends had the opportunity to turn, but knew where their teammate was, what was going to happen, and that's a goal for the Puffins.
Yeah, good way to get them on the board first here. About a minute into things. We'll see $5 Vodka looking to potentially do it again. Gets a shot towards net. Great save from Lil Lettuce. Psycho Legends up for it. It's Lil Lettuce getting it over top. $5 Vodka off the back wall. Follow through down the right side. Follow up again. Out in front. Psycho not able to find that touch. It'll be $5 Vodka chasing it down in midfield. 35th. Next with Lil Lettuce, looks for another, is 35th, sends it towards net, just high off the bar, and the follow-through save by $5 Vodka. It was a solid opportunity for the Sabres, but just not enough to send it through, though the pressure is still mounting here. 35th to Lil Lettuce, and they're not going to miss on that one.
I love these backboard passes, not shooting directly at the net, just getting the touches. It's a great little touch to get it past the first defender, and then throwing it into the backboard so it pops out, and it requires your teammate to know it's coming, to be very well communicated and have good chemistry. And obviously, the Sabres bringing exactly that, able to follow it up after baiting out both defenders to get a quick goal to tie this one back up.
Well, it's off the sidewall and sent downfield from Psycho Legends. 35th sends one towards the net. It's $5 Vodka that finds the save. On the right side here, slowing it down. Gets it over top of one. Lil Lettuce able to find that touch on defense. The Psycho jumps early, able to find that ball. 35th wasn't quite expecting that one. Lil Lettuce over top of one. No follow through. It'll be a glancing touch from $5 Vodka. Again, we see this ball fall into the corner. Psycho Legends, big clear downfield. It might actually just be in. Lil Lettuce started to go towards the corner boost, realized it was on target, but by then it was too late. And that's going to be 2-1 now for the Puffins.
It's so critical in this game. Things can change so fast. That ball came all the way deep in the Puffins corner, and you think you have enough time to make a decision, but you really don't. Already that decision just to turn one way as opposed to the other leads to a goal for the Puffins. If you are the Sabres, you can't let that opportunity even develop. Something both teams have done very well so far is get up in the face of their opponents, and just there giving a little bit too much space over the midfield allows the Puffins to take the lead.
Psycho Legends doing a great job of just sliding that one right on through. Gets a beautiful touch. Bardowski right on top of Lil Lettuce. And that's going to be the Puffins doubling their lead.
That's a big floater off the bar and back down. I didn't expect that to go in. I thought for sure the Sabres would be all over that. This is a very mechanically skilled team for the Sabres. That one, it's just an awkward read, but I think you just have to be ready to meet that one on the back wall, ready to put pressure on. But here's 35th, right back the other way with a nice flick over the top.
Yeah, and this is a really good job coming over here from 35th. You can see $5 Vodka very confused as to where he needs to be. He's in such an awkward spot. 35th takes that all the way through to his advantage. Gets him faked out by just waiting for him to make a move. Gets it over top and in. Makes it 3-2 now. Getting him back within one. Some really solid plays coming from both sides. Can Psycho Legends get this double touch? He does find the touch, but it's off of Lil Lettuce. $5 Vodka jostling with 35th over here on the left side. Good pinch across. It'll be Lil Lettuce to pick up. Grabs that boost, and now sidewall, looking for something at midfield. Great interception by $5 Vodka, sends it back downfield. Gets the demo. Oh, looking for the boost. He was trying to get both, but the ball slides past him a little bit. Now this will be 35th, able to clear it into the left side. Not for long. Big demo. $5 had started to turn away, and if he had kept turning towards ball, it would have been an easy goal and an open net for him.
We talked about that a lot in that last series, is those quick turns, getting aggressive back up field. But speaking of aggressive, that's a great bump to open up an opportunity. Not quite capitalized by the Puffins, but not abandoning the attack towards the net until you know for sure that that attack is gone. You need to be ready to stay close, stay good pressure on, and get quick follow-up shots, because that's really just a missed opportunity. Should have been an easy goal.
It should have been, but it ended up not being so. So now with about a minute remaining, still need one on the side of the Sabres. Psycho Legends was trying to fake his way out. Off the ceiling, back down. Both Puffins players just driving away from the ball there. Lil Lessons are trying to take his time, but it could lead to a goal. $5 Vodka had the angle, but he wasn't able to get it through. Now only 35 seconds remain for the Sabres to get one back.
This giving space seems to be kind of endemic for the Puffins. They seem to spend a lot of time backing off and giving space to their opponents, but really so far working for them. We saw the Puffins in the Academy League take a series back on that control play, as that's a shot towards the net, but unfortunately for the Sabres, they're not able to take advantage effectively of that space. When the Puffins back off a little bit, the Sabres just not quite able to find the magic to get that one back towards the Puffins net to get a goal. As this ball trickles down towards the ground, Puffins just need to kill it to take game number one, and they do. That is Puffins with the first game of the series.
Yeah, and it's a really good job from the Puffins as well. I mean, one of the biggest things that we saw coming from them from really overall this game was just their ability to control the ball. And we saw those floaters, those really soft touches that were still on target, but so difficult to read. And so I think we need to see more aggression come out of the Sabres team. Don't let the Puffins really control the ball like they have been. Get those 50s going on at midfield, get in their face, and don't let them send shots towards net where they have the time to really think about it.
I do want to talk something real quick. We're going to bring out the board just to talk about something that I've seen these teams do fairly well, and that is speaking of aggression, getting aggressive bumps in the offensive end. They're getting rotations through. As you come through the net here, you coming and attacking towards the net, you have a defender typically sitting back post, and maybe another one that just came out for a challenge is going around. Both of these teams doing a good job hitting this defender and rotating up and through and then back in. What we see here, though, is the Puffins are losing a couple of opportunities, is they're coming all the way back to midfield. I'd like to see them turn in a little tighter for those follow-up shots unless they absolutely have to fall back. But yeah, great job with the physical, aggressive attacking play.
I'm right there with you, and it's still a lot of series left to be played. It's only game one in on behind, so plenty of time for the Sabres to try and work their way back in. And you know, maybe they're listening, maybe they try and take a bit of advice out, but it's game 2 that's about to get underway right now. 1-goal lead for the Puffins, but like we said, 4 games still left to be played, and we'll see who ends up coming out on top. It was the Puffins taking it in the last series, so the Sabres maybe having a little chip on their shoulder, something to prove here. As we get things going underway, Psycho Legends getting that off the back wall. Be 35th, bring it back down into the other side, into the corner. Good follow through coming from Psycho here. It's $5 vodka really far downfield. Turn from Little Lettuce. We'll send it back over to the side wall. It's a turn quickly here from $5 vodka. 35th. Look to take a shot, but it's a great save. This also could have been a quick attack on the counter there from the Sabres. $5 vodka. Popping that one up again. It'll be potentially a follow-through. Yes, it is, but it's Little Lettuce that's able to find the save. Back again off the side wall. $5 vodka out of the corner. Little Lettuce just looks to try and maintain control. They're jostling for possession here, but it's the Sabres that come away with it. Little Lettuce looking to get his way past another. But this one coming off the corner might be a giveaway to 35th. Side wall, back wall, not over top of vodka. But you can see where the Sabres were looking to go with that as this one comes right out in front. Psycho just can't get on top of it, and instead it's going to be Little Lettuce putting it in on the quick transition at midfield.
And that's such a great way to score. We mentioned earlier those backboard passes being a good way to score. Here's the other big one I really like to look for is catching teams in transition. You bait them upfield, and then you take advantage of it. Little Lettuce able to get the touch past both the defenders, and once it's passed, you have the whole field to clean it up. But that one was on target all the way from that last touch. Easy goal for the Sabres to take the lead here with 3:30 to go.
Ooh, is that just another one of those floaters? Yes, it is, and we mentioned it in the intermission. But my goodness, they are so efficient at finding these just glancing touches that find their way in the back of the net.
It speaks to a lot of time working free play, working custom training packs to get that great accuracy from these weird angles to get those shots on net and effective, because a lot of times defenses aren't looking for shots to come from where these players are attacking the ball. But with the Puffins, you have to be concerned no matter where they are because they do such an excellent job finding the net from anywhere on the field.
And that they do. And with time still ticking down here, about 3:10 left on it. Still a tie game. Psycho sends one farther downfield. Be a pickup here from $5 vodka right around into left corner, off the ceiling and down. That 50 comes through from Lettuce. Solid control over back to the left side. And now 35th. Was looking to send that towards net. It's $5 vodka still with control, sending one towards the net. Gets the demo on Little Lettuce, and now an opportunity on the transition. 35th sending it straight out, but it hit off of someone. I couldn't quite see who it was. What a bump! $5 vodka looking to just do it all himself. Can 35th get out of danger? Yes, he can, and my goodness, the quick reactions on both sides of the ball right now. Another opportunity, post out, finally through from $5 vodka, and it felt like a very quick game of chess that finally saw the Puffins able to knock it through.
This is the last of my 3 favorite ways to score, and we talked about it a lot, is that repeat pressure, those quick turns upfield. I feel like the Puffins are listening to us because we talked about all of this in the intermission. First, the Puffins are doing a great job getting up in the Sabres' face, bringing that pressure to them, not allowing them to have any space to make plays, and they're turning quickly on that ball, getting shot after shot after shot, and sooner or later, it's going to go in as we see the Puffins finally slug that one out and hammer it home.
Good 50 going on here. Oh, Tycho had an opportunity, so does $5, but Lil Lettuce able to drive that one down. It was 2 quick opportunities for the Puffins. They weren't quite able to make it happen. Great defense coming out of the Sabres right now. It'll be $5 vodka to the side wall. Gets a great 50 on the follow through, but 35th backboard defense coming in strong. It's out in front again, out the corner. 1 touch, 2 touch. Backboard, not 3 though. Psycho was ready for it. 35th with the pop-up, gets it over top. $5 vodka, quick return on target. 35th, not going to be able to get underneath in time, and the Puffins continue to float these past time and time again.
I don't know how much more there is to say about this one. It's exactly like the last goal, just from the opposite corner. It's that repeated attack, the quick cycle through and getting shot after shot after shot, scrambling the Sabres and finally putting this away. If you are the Sabres, you cannot allow that to happen. We know that the Puffins are dangerous all over the field, as that's almost into the net for the Sabres. Puffins are dangerous all over the field. You have to get this ball clear and clear fast, but it may not matter as Psycho looking for another opportunity just on the transition, excuse me.
Well, transition occurring. Oh, whoa, no. Little Lettuce had a wide open net, and he thought about it maybe a bit too long. And $5 vodka, going to be thinking about how nasty that fake was during this replay.
Again, not a whole lot to say. You're given the ball in front of the net, and speaking of fakes, wow.
I actually don't think that was a fake. I think he just mishit it, and it ended up working out really well. I was watching that back on the replay, and I'm like, you know what? That really wasn't a fake. I mean, it kind of operates as one. Really difficult for 35th to be able to find that read, and then Psycho just off the kickoff again, sending another one through here, and the Puffins really taking off in this game.
Well, as this is just a quick kickoff goal, I like to say their kickoff goals, they happen, don't let it get you down. But it is going to put this game just that little extra bit out of reach for the Sabres, now 4 down. But with that fake, I just wanted to say, in Rocket League, either you don't make mistakes. Either it works and it was totally calculated, or it doesn't work and it was server lag, and there is nothing in between.
Well, not a whole lot of time left. It looks like it is going to be a Game 2 victory here for the Puffins, which means Sabres going to have to try and reverse sweep here. They didn't have the greatest of times in that first game against the Puffins, and it's a similar affair here in this second series. Falls into the corner. $5 vodka just getting yet another demo. Yet another demo coming through, except this time on Psycho Legends, and they're getting real physical with this play. Floating back towards their own net, almost an own goal. Fortunately, the bar able to bail them out of that situation. 13 seconds and counting, and Puffins just looking to get themselves on solid momentum going into game number 3.
This is a great showing out of the Puffins, and it really bodes well for the series going forward. And the thing that has me worried for the Sabres is the Puffins just appear to be doing everything better. Look at this stat line here. We've got 11 shots to 3 for the Puffins over the Sabres. That is a huge stat line. And when you have something like that, you could look at stats. When you have lots of shot differential, it tends to follow that you have a big goal differential as well. And you can see it here, 5-1 for the Puffins. And again, the Puffins just seem to be doing everything better. They're doing the physical game better. They're doing the pass game better. They're doing a better job controlling in the offensive end. They're doing a better job getting it clear of their own net. They're just controlling the field all up and down. Sabres need to find something to crack this Puffins team anywhere. They need to just pick a spot, either on the defensive end or the offensive end, and just start to chip away until they can start to extend it over the rest of the field. Either get some physical demos and get some shooting opportunities in the offensive end, or start getting the ball clear faster in their defensive end. But just pick a spot, focus on it, and then expand your game from there.
Yeah, I think getting the ball clear faster is going to be one of those really critical points, especially in games such as this, because, I mean, we've seen the quickness of the transition of this Puffins offense and how efficient they are at getting these balls towards net. And it doesn't even have to be speedily. We've seen quite a lot of floaters from them that have just been, these little soft touches that are getting underneath, and they just sort of glide their way into the back of net, and they're so hard to read because these players are used to just boomers, to quick shots, and when you send one that's just essentially a hot air balloon falling into the back of net, it can be really difficult as a defender to get yourself not only in front of that, but also to be able to read it and block it at the same time when you're expecting the exact opposite. So maybe a bit of a transition here for the Sabres. Hopefully they can pick up on what is happening play-wise and get themselves in a little bit of a better spot as we head into game number 3.
You're absolutely right. You get these expectations for how fast the ball is going to attack the net. When you throw that off, you throw off the course or the speed. Speaking of which, 35th going to score first here. 7 seconds. Talk about speed into game number 3.
Yeah, and that's just an unfortunate miss from $5 Vodka. Great placement from 35th, sending it across to the right side. So a good start for the Sabres here in game 3. They try and build some sort of comeback with a reverse sweep that would be needed. 35th sends one towards net, bit slow. It'll be $5 Vodka taking control. He slows it down himself, cuts around, but not completely. Little Lettuce. 35th came flying forward. It's towards net, but a great clear from Psycho into the corner. pop up here, coming back in midfield. Lottie Lettuce trying to get wrapped around. It'll be $5 vodka back in control again. Back to Lil Lettuce. 35th still actually sitting back in this half. He'll play it up the corner. It's not going to be enough to go out of the ceiling and towards Lil Lettuce, who was set up in midfield for that one.
Really like what I'm seeing out of both these teams, and it's so great to see this evolve and transition. As that is a great shot from Psycho and a better save, but not quite enough as $5 vodka follows it up. When you get those touches, it's not enough to get the ball stopped. You have to get it clear.
Yeah, and 35th went up for that initial touch on the aerial. Fortunately, wasn't able to make it, so it leaves Lil Lettuce in this situation where, you know, he's just got to make a play, and he does, and his defense get the touch on the initial save, but the positioning so well from the Puffins that they were able to follow it through. This one coming over back to the right side. High ball game here in game 3. The Puffins looking to close the series out right here and right now. 35th connecting with Lil Lettuce to send it over to the left side. Back and forth as 35th plays it into the corner. Straight down again, $5 vodka. Ooh, getting cut off a bit there by Psycho Legends. This one gets popped up by Lil Lettuce. Opportunity to double touch off the post. And that absolutely phenomenal into the mid of that goal.
Wow, it's kind of a very awkward touch to try to get that one past. I feel for the Puffins there. You're on ball cam, you're diving across the net, looking to meet that one at the back wall and take away that opportunity. And all of a sudden, it all comes to a screeching halt as you smack into the post. And Lil Lettuce with just a beautiful read, kind of an awkward angle, but more than capable of getting that one back into the net to give the Sabres back the lead here.
They've got back the lead. Now they just got to hold on to it. $5 vodka looking to get it back for the Sabres. All right, for the Puffins, I should say, as he gets one demo on the Sabres. Might have a turnaround here, sends it towards net. It's another floater, but 35th able to get in front of that one. It'll be Psycho Legends stopping it in midfield, but it's straight to 35th. Takes one shot, going wide to pick up this clear from $5 vodka, but he gets demoed for his efforts as he comes back into his own half. Lil Lettuce with a miss. Hits it up over top, bit of panic here on defense. Coming across is Psycho, but he can't get it in. Now, transition play from the Sabres here. It's going to come up the back wall and out. Opportunity for Lil Lettuce, but Psycho great following it up on the backboard and able to clear it away as we cross over into the second half.
What I really like out of the Sabres here is they're playing a good control game. We mentioned it in the last series of not necessarily throwing it towards the net. They're doing a great job. Play to their own corner or catch it and play it up the wall to hopefully get a shooting opportunity as that. Speaking of shooting opportunities, $5 vodka just can't seem to find the control they needed to get that one past, but it does open up a chance for the Puffins to settle into an offensive rotation.
Could be an offensive counter coming here from the Sabres, though. That demo on 35th. That one's going to fall in. No, it's going to be a bit high. Lil Lettuce controlling. Comes out to 35th, takes a shot from wide. The Psycho Legends now off the back wall. Looking for a demo. Gets the bump, but 35th able to get there in time. It was a bit of a slow ball. At 50, it sends it back over to the right side. Lil Lettuce, nothing but green grass and blue skies in front of him as he's going to be able to knock that one through. Although I was a bit more calm than maybe he was in that situation because it was really close to Psycho catching up to that play.
From the camera perspective we thought, oh, that's great. That's easy goal. That's going to go. And maybe you don't even have to touch it again. Don't risk putting it off. But Psycho Legends not giving up on it, almost managing to pinch that one off the post. But Sabres going to take the 2-goal lead here. It's a good lesson, though. Don't give up on the play. That was very close to getting saved. Just because you see something bad developing, make sure you're hustling back, because next time that may work out in the Puffins' favor.
Instead, for the moment, it's the 3-1 advantage for the Sabres. Psycho Legend sends a banger up high. Will ping off the back wall. $5 vodka looking to get the center again, but it'll be straight to Lil Lettuce. One touch over top. Double commit, neither make it, but no one on the Sabres in a position to quickly get it downfield in transition. 35th will get it picked up, but not before $5 vodka can chase him down at midfield. And an opportunity for the Sabres. They're not able to capitalize. 40 seconds, 2 goals. Be off the back wall yet again. Big clear coming from Psycho. Yen out of the corner. $5 vodka. Ooh, losing control. It's straight into 35th. Good 50, but Psycho, unfortunately, himself getting pushed away from it. It's a quick return from Lil Lettuce. 4-1, and the Sabres going to be taking this game 3 off the Puffins, and they stay alive as far as trying to win this series.
And this sets us up for a very exciting possibility of maybe pulling out a reverse sweep here, and that would just be so fitting for this tight competitive night we've had so far, the 3-2 in the last series. And now, as the Sabres are in a great spot to take game number 3, though that feels flip, not going to help them out. Fortunately for them, Puffins not able to capitalize on that little defensive error. You really just have to, now you got to be pulling for the Sabres, because if, as a Rocket League fan, you have to love the reverse sweep possibility.
Yeah, I mean, a reverse sweep would be absolutely phenomenal, especially with how fantastic the Puffins played in that first opening game. It's going to be a spike down from 35th. Sabres do indeed take game number 3. They need 2 more if they want to take the series. And what do you think really started to go wrong here for the Puffins? Because it felt like they just, I don't know, to me, it just felt like they weren't as aggressive getting on top of the ball.
I think it's exactly that. They weren't as aggressive. They weren't as quick to challenge the Sabres. They weren't as quick to take away those shooting opportunities. And they didn't maintain the pressure in the offensive end nearly as well as they managed to in game number 2. We didn't see those long cycles of in again and again to get those repeated opportunities. The Sabres, to their credit, doing a much better job getting that ball clear, challenging the Puffins everywhere on the field, and getting their own opportunities by breaking up those upfield plays.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like maybe as well the Sabres reacting to how the Puffins were playing and able to just make some really good adjustments on their side of the ball. And so, I mean, those adjustments obviously worked. They get 4-1, 5 goals, only 1 save coming from the Puffins. So a lot better offensively speaking than we saw from them in the last 2 games. Some really good momentum going into this game 4. And I'm going to be honest with you, if they're able to take this game 4, I think that they probably end up taking the series, because we've seen so far between these 2 franchises tonight how much momentum can play in a team taking a series. And especially with setting up a reverse sweep, that's going to make the Puffins start to sweat. So if I'm the Puffins, I am really looking to close out this series right here. Do not let the decider come to a game 5.
Absolutely. Do it with just absolute domination. Just crush the Sabres out of their will to play into game 5. But like you said, momentum currently on the side of the Sabres. It's a big win in game number 3. If they can manage to keep that up, the mental game on the Puffins is going to be enormous.
And that it is, but it's going to start with a good goal from the Puffins. $5 vodka sending this through off of a bit of a defensive mistake. And it's going to be the Sabres who have to try and play from behind in this game.
I would still call this a bit of a kickoff goal. I know it's 11 seconds, a little bit of time for it to develop, but there's a lot of scramble. It takes a little bit of time to settle into regular play. If you are the Sabres, you can't let this get you down. Yes, it is kind of devastating for the momentum you've spent so long building through game number 3, but it happened. Take advantage of maybe lessons learned and what you had, that euphoria coming off the win in game number 3, and roll with that into game number 4.
50-50. Ooh, Psycho is looking for a goal. $5 vodka as well, just trying to get one of those glancing touches through. Pop up from Lil Lettuce, and that's on target. Ooh, trying to get floaters of their own. Oh, trying to get bangers of their own, too. If you try one, might as well try the other. Neither work on this Puffins defense. Lil Lettuce finally is going to be able to get it through after a big mistake. He tried to get control of the ball here, but loses it. Lil Lettuce quick to bounce.
That's great. Lil Lettuce, I think, wanted that ball to maybe not go exactly where it did, but it works out anyways as the Puffins double commit on that near post and leave the entire net open, but Lil Lettuce doesn't need it, tucking that one away in that back far corner, and that is going to be enough to tie this one back up and hopefully keep the Sabres up in this game.
Clear here from Lil Lettuce as he looks to follow it up again. $5 vodka off the back wall. Another pop-up there. That one almost sneaks its way through. It's Vodka that has to find the touch. And it's Psycho who, not finding the touch, leads directly to the goal as 35th just sends this one through.
That's great pressure. I'm not sure what 35th was doing all the way back in that end, but it doesn't matter as they come sailing up the field and give them a nice shallow bouncer into the net to get this advantage. I do want to point out real quick, yes, we saw a lot better pressure out of the Sabres getting 5 goals in the last match. but I'd like to see more, and they're off to a good start here. Now they've got 5 goals in the first minute, 5 shots in the first minute and 15 seconds, as opposed to taking the entire game to get to that point.
Yeah, it has been upward trajectory for the Sabres, really, since the end of that game, too. They've done a fantastic job of turning things around. They've got this 1-goal lead almost. 2:35 look to collapse on top of that play, but Psycho Legends quick on the transition, backboard, follow-up touch, intercepted by Lil Lettuce. Vodka. Small touch over to the right side, looking to keep control. Little pop over one. Gets it through, gets another. That's gonna be on through. What a controlled effort to get that one in the back of the net. And that's gonna get the Puffins back level.
You know what's really funny, Sliggy, is I was just thinking to myself, one of the things that we kind of lost out of the Puffins that led to that Game 3 loss is the bit of control. They didn't feel like they were controlling the ball nearly as well. And here it is, the Puffins, when they get control of the ball, able to touch that one all the way back down over both the Sabres and get this one tied back up. And it looks like another opportunity, and right off into the corner, Psycho Legends gives the the Puffins, their first lead, I believe, in about a game and a half.
Yeah, Psycho Legends is putting that one with power. 35th comes across. He knows he has to get a touch. It is difficult to get the angle necessary to clear that one out of the way. It's not an own goal because it was on target, but so close to the save for 35th. $5 Vodka will clear it over to the left side. Slight touch from Tico actually gets over top of 35th. Now Lil Lettuce. The touch over top. It's $5 Vodka clear down midfield. Oh, big bump. $5 Vodka towards Psycho Legends. Was looking for a redirect. Not there. As another one comes off the backboard. Psycho looking to chase it down. 35th getting in his way. Now quick transition coming here from the Sabres. It'll be $5 Vodka coming around off the back wall. Gets in front of that one before it can develop into anything too dangerous. He gets on top of it yet again. Into the corner. 35th. Back to Psycho Legends. Looking to interrupt a Little Lettuce in front of net. It's $5 Vodka looking to push this off the back wall. 35th again finding a touch. Slight bump happening, but Little Lettuce able to take over. And we've been seeing the Puffins attacking in this half for quite a prolonged period of time now.
It's a little threatening that the Puffins have been allowed to sit up here, but despite the scoreline, I think the Sabres have kind of cracked the code on that Puffins assault. They do a good job of letting the Puffins hang out in their end, but not get great looks towards the net. And it kind of suckers the Puffins up, and forces them to come further and further upfield, feeling like they get that extra pressure. A little bit of anxiety trying to get that one done, get it over with, get the goal. And as they get sucked up the field, it feels like the Sabres are just waiting for their opportunity to pounce, wait for those Puffins to come all the way up the field, and then shoot it all the way down, as that's a brilliant save out of Lil Lettuce to keep it away. And then just send it deep for a transition play.
Well, time running thin. It is still the Puffins in control of this game, number 4. A win here would win them the series, though the Sabres would have an opportunity in Game 5 to at least make it 3-2, though I imagine they want this to be 2-2 after the end of this game. What a save by Little Lettuce. It's still attacking pressure coming from the Puffins here as $5 Vodka drops it down, but 35th will clear it over to the side wall. That's a big miss from Psycho Legends. 35th quick to get back on top of the ball as he plays back into the corner. Pop up over. It's going to be in front. Little Lettuce's turn, and Psycho getting off the post. Little Lettuce, oh no, not able to find the touch. It's misses galore right now as 35th comes around too far wide. Back into midfield, Psycho Legends waiting for it. Little Lettuce had to collapse. It's Psycho Legends again with control as 35th plays it away. Time coming real thin here for the Sabres. They need a goal to push overtime, otherwise this series will be decided. $5 Vodka down this left side into the corner. He'll take a shot just wide. Psycho Legends now coming around as the final 10 seconds beginning to tick away. 35th. Sidewall gets good pop up. It's going to be a shot from $5 Vodka. Little Lettuce not going to make it back in time. And if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of the hammer nailing that last one into the coffin as $5 Vodka seals the deal here in game number 4.
I had such high hopes for the Sabres at the start of this game. They started so well, catching the Puffins in those transition plays, getting a little bit of repeated pressure on their own, but the Puffins absolutely shut it down. You heard me mention about a minute and 15 seconds in, that the Sabres had 5 shots on net, which was a huge improvement over their performance in game number 3 even. But for the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds, they picked up a single shot more, finishing that one out with 6 shots on net and allowing the Puffins to get into that offensive pressure. And like I said, the Sabres did a good job of trying to use that offensive pressure to kind of turn it back on the Puffins, sucker them upfield, and then send it all the way back down. But they just didn't do it consistently enough and efficient enough, and it allowed the Puffins to just wear the Sabres down and kind of beat them down and take advantage of it.
Yeah. I mean, and you got to give it to the Puffins as well. There was a lot of pressure at the end of that game. We saw the Sabres with some really good opportunities. It felt like every single person on the field was panicking. We saw a lot of whiffs, a lot of missed touches, but in the end, the Puffins able to come away with control. They send one final goal in to seal the deal, but there is still one more game. We'll play out Game 5, as we always do here in the regular season of MLE. And, you know, hopefully the Sabres can grab one back. Maybe they can, you know, at least get, like in the series preceding this one, make it 3-2, grab as many as they can. The playoff race still so big on each individual win. There's a lot for them still to play for. And the same for the Puffins as well. Both of these teams really need every victory that they can gather here in this series. So still a lot on the side for both teams, even though the Puffins able to secure that series win in that last game.
Exactly. Like you said, every game matters here at MLE. And I do want to take a second. If you're just stumbling across us here on Minor League Esports, MLE Sports GG, if you're not a member of the community and this hasn't been enough excitement to convince you, I don't know what will, but we've had some exciting gameplay here. If you want to be a part of this community, it's a great positive community for getting better. MLEsports.gg/apply. And before I can finish, Psycho Legends is going to get one of the first 15 seconds. Puffins setting themselves up to run away.
And as quickly as you can apply, as quickly as Psycho just launches this into net, a beautiful cut into the middle of goal. That's going to be the Puffins getting out on top first here in game number 5. As this kickoff coming back to $5 vodka. Look to send it down the right side off the corner. Little pop-up, is that just in? Almost. 35th has to be forced to find the save. Come across. $5 vodka knocked down. Will let us in control. We'll give away as Psycho plays it away. It's $5 finding enough follow-up touch. 35th sending it down the midfield. It'll be Psycho Legends. Over top of one, $5 vodka now in control. We'll see what the Puffins can do with this possession. It'll ping off the ceiling. Psycho in a good spot to clear away from 35th over top the head of $5 vodka. Now Little Les is bearing down on him. Psycho Legends getting set back in the right corner. He's able to get that over top of one, and now trick transition play here for the Puffins. And Will Lettuce taking it patiently. That demo opening up space, but a great 50 there from $5 vodka will allow enough time for Psycho to get spawned back in.
So far, we're 1 minute and 20 seconds into this game, and we've seen about a minute of Puffins pressure. If you're the Sabres and you want to pick up this game here to get this a 3-2, you need to break up this pressure, but it's not going to be enough. Psycho Legends taking away my voice yet again with another goal.
Yeah, this is just really good placement off the bar. The initial touch from $5 vodka really good, but Psycho in the right place at the right time to send it through. 1.5 minutes gone. And it's a 2-goal lead for the Puffins as they look to close things out 4-1. Potentially here in the series if the scoreline holds. $5 vodka knocked down. Sabres cleared into the corner. Touch over top, return from Lil Lettuce. $5 vodka takes his shot just high off the bar again. And you know, I have a feeling that they may practice these because this is the second one in a row where it's been a shot off the bar that pings out and then the other player just there to collapse.
It has everything to do with how well the Puffins are positioned in this offensive end. They're doing a great job staying upfield. When you make that rotation from the one corner, from the attacking corner to the far corner, you don't want to rotate all the way out to the wall. You don't want to rotate all the way out to midfield. You want to rotate to about midfield, both horizontally and vertically. But here is 35th. Sliggy, I don't know if you could throw to me without somebody scoring.
Yeah, it feels like every time you talk, someone just is able to slide one right on in. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you can keep talking because I'd like to see the Sabres potentially be able to get themselves back in this game. They're only down by 2 with 3 minutes to go.
We just have to keep making throws with the Sabres in the offensive end, but it could be trouble as the...
It really is cursed. The caster's curse, you know, sometimes It's not there, but tonight it sure is. Every time Lars talks, we get a goal going through in on net. It doesn't matter when it is. My goodness, what are the odds? What are the odds that every time you speak, we end up seeing a goal come through?
I feel like it's targeted. 3 of those have come from Psycho Legends, and it's just like Psycho Legends sitting here. I know that I can score. I'm just waiting to make sure Lars doesn't get a chance to speak. Maybe he's got something against me here.
He very well could. 2:40 to go. 3-goal lead for the Puffins here in the final game of the evening. A little pop-up coming through. Psycho Legends 15 to get that back over to the left side. Good demo coming through from Psycho on that play. As $5 will take over control of the ball. Gets it back in the midfield. Psycho looking for the beat, but Lil Lettuce had something else to say about it, able to get in front of that play. Now $5 will clear this into the right side. Out of the corner yet again. Pop up from Lil Lettuce. 35th giving it away. $5 will send it all the way over to the left side. Straight down for Psycho Legends as he plays it in the corner. The 35th will get to clear away in time. Running very thin here for the Sabres to try and get these goals back.
They definitely need to find some magic soon. 3 goals is a tall order against this Puffins team. They're very effective, but
you just can't escape it. You just can't escape it, right, Lars? You just can't. You are well and truly cursed.
I'm so torn. I like to see the goals, and like you said, we want to see the Sabres try to pull this comeback out. But on the flip side, the curse, do you just want to solo cast the rest of this, or do we want to try to see
you need to keep talking. I like to see goals.
Bait out 2 more goals. And speaking of which, Psycho Legends for their fourth or fifth, for their 5th. 4th while I've been talking.
Man, there's sometimes where the random string of events really does lend to some truly fantastic moments. Lars, his voice bringing out the goals on both teams right now. We'll see if it continues here. Maybe it's just something about this Game 5. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the players are listening. Lars, what do you think?
Oh, you're going to throw it to me as you see that one developing. That one was baited. That one's not so random. I know you're too smart for that. I think that's a beautiful touch from 35th, though, to get that one back on net.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was a completely normal throw, very planned, wasn't rushed at all to get you to start talking beforehand. I don't know, man. I feel like if you hadn't started talking, the ball would have just hit an invisible wall and bounced away.
Baka's mod showing up with its little gatekeeper that it has there. But oh, this is fun. This is when I really enjoy casting it. The series is already decided, and that's a little unfortunate. The Game 5 decider is always so exciting. But teams and, I guess, casters as well, we get to get a little more loose, a little more fun. And that's kind of what I feel like is happening with the Puffins here. They don't feel pressured at all. They feel loose. They feel comfortable in their play style. And look how it's paying off for them with this 4-goal lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really good. Now that demo, even better from Lil Lettuce, able to cut that one out. It almost was a goal. Final minute counting down. I don't know if the Sabres quite have enough gas in the tank to be able to get things back under their control in this game. They can certainly give it an effort. At the very least, pad their stats a little bit if they can get a couple goals back. But it's going to be a quick transition from the Puffins. Psycho Legends sending it back wall, double touch, not there. As Lil Lettuce able to find that one. Another soft touch here from $5. Side wall again. Psycho will send it to the back wall. Follow through from Lil Lettuce will come back out in the midfield. Over to the left side. Left side again is Lil Lettuce out of the corner. Doesn't find the follow-up. It'll be Psycho Legends sending one towards net. 35th can't get there, but it's not the touch that Psycho was looking for. And now this could be something big in the final moments for the Sabres. I don't think they're going to be able to quite make it, or maybe they do.
The caster curse is so real. Here is your writing off the last shooting opportunity for the Sabres. 35th gets a slow roller that just is a whiff off the Puffins. I'm still not convinced they're not out to get us.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. To be honest with you, I really don't. Final second ticking away. Can Psycho send this through? No, he'll just let it sit. Puffins take the series 4-1. Game 5. Interesting to say the least. To finish things off, it ends 6-3. A massive performance from Psycho Legends, who gets 5 goals on 7 shots and 1 save. just a really big effort coming from him to seal the deal for the Puffins, and that's going to help them a lot in their race to the playoffs.
Absolutely. They now have 4 of the 6 games they need to mathematically clinch the playoff slot. Sabres not out of it, though. They still have really, really good odds of picking up a wild card slot going into the playoffs here, so definitely not the end of what we're going to see from them. I do want to mention a couple of things here. What I started Game 5 before I was rudely interrupted by Psycho Legend. If you want to be a part of this community, MLEsports.gg/apply. We're a great fun loving community. We focus on positivity, on building each other up, and when you become a part of this community, you get better fast. I know I came in as like a silver 3 and hit champ in a month or two. You get better fast. We're all about positivity, building each other up, and starting in Season 12, which is likely about when you'd be getting on a team, we're also bringing in not just 2v2, but 3v3 as well. So make sure you are around for that. Also on the MLE Sports website, MLEsports.gg, we've got merch, stats, power rankings, articles, everything you'd expect from a competitive league. And before someone scores another goal to interrupt me somehow magically from beyond the grave of the game, I'm going to let Sleeky close us out here.
Yeah, and you said speaking of merch, we also have the first 4 team jerseys coming out onto the store tomorrow, actually. It'll be opening back up, as well as some other merch. You can pick up things like this. I'm not sure if this will actually be on sale. Maybe it'll come back here in a while, but really good quality from our partners over at Zero Gen. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. My name's been Sleeky. With me's been Lars. Simple AOB on the broadcast. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next week when we go into Week 11. We're 2 more weeks of regular season before we get into the playoffs. There's so much meat left still to be played, so many storylines left to be told, and we can't wait to share it with you right here on Minor League Esports. Have a good one.